My name is Igor Drljača, and I'm Bosnian-born writer, director, producer. There's like a lot of the stuff that I kind of wanted to uh, say about the experience of being a Bosnian-Herzegovinian filmmaker. I think this project in particular, The White Fortress, was the one that took the longest to pull off because it was a film that began almost as my debut feature and then it turned into my like fourth feature film because the process was so long.
Once there was a golden valley, and when the moon and the stars were aligned just right, an enchanted fortress would appear.
I realized that like with filmmaking, there's like two routes. Like you can become sort of like a commercially interested filmmaker that sort of like, you direct television shows, you make films that are kind of commercially viable, or you can become a filmmaker that kind of tells stories and then like if it becomes commercially viable, great. If they don't, then so be it. But as long as you're able to kind of keep creating, like that is an important thing. And I realized early that like the kind of topics I'm interested in, they're like very specifically tied to the Bosnian and diaspora experiences.
Čeda da nas vidi. Imam jedan posao za vas.
It just became like a way to create a film that I felt was important, not for me, but for the young generation there. But something that they can have, but they can also kind of access. It's a love story, but it's a love story that has familiar elements that they're familiar with. Like when I screened in Sarajevo for the film festival, like a few of the young people said it's almost like felt like stories pulled from their neighborhood and tried to communicate something that can connect with a generation that feels like nobody's really listening to them. And I still don't think anybody's really listening to them. I think these festivals are extremely important at creating that sense of community, that kind of shared space of like, safely being able to tell these stories that need to be seen. It will be showing in person on Thursday, April 21st at the SVA Theatre in Chelsea at 7:30 p.m. Please come and say hi. I'll be there for a Q&A, a live Q&A at 7:30. And I'd like to thank again the Bosnian-Herzegovinian Film Festival in New York City for inviting me and the film. And I hope to meet many of you there. Thanks for forwarding film during this very difficult time as we try to reopen cinemas and sort of get back to normal. Thanks, everyone.